Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my review for Lord of War. This is a film that I've always hearing as being very underrated, uh, more people need to talk about kind of a film. Um, I had never seen it, so I thought finally go ahead and give it a shot. It was 2 hours basically. Um, I am a huge Nick Cage fan if you've not been able to tell from the channel so far. Uh, And so that was an upside to it. It also stars Jared Leto and Ethan Hawke, um, which Ethan Hawke isn't in it as much as I figured he would be, honestly. Um, but Nick Cage plays a gun runner, or however you want to say it, whatever you want to call it. He basically sells guns illegally to all different countries. Has made his money off of that. Um, it's sort of based off a true story. It's just basically based off of real life people that does that kind of a job. Uh, Jared Leto plays his younger brother. He's with him, working with him in the beginning. He ends up getting a drug habit and ends up in rehab for most of the movie, or in and out of rehab for most of the movie. And then pulls him back into the that world, uh, the gun world, after he's sobered up and finally cleaning stuff. But acting wise, I thought this movie was good. Um, Cinematography was fine, sound was fine for it. Everything technically was in those aspects were fine. A couple things I didn't like about this film is Nicolas Cage does a lot of narrating. And I'm talking about a lot of narrating. Now, for something like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it didn't bother me as much. I know it bothered my wife, uh, but that didn't bother me as much. But when he's doing it in this movie, it's taking me out of the movie for some reason. I can't really get into it. And it's really slowing it down. Like, it felt like a 3 hour movie. Now, I know I had to pause it a few times, which didn't help. But even if I didn't have to pause it, I feel like it would still feel very slow. Um, Nick Cage is playing a very serious role, um, which is fine. Not that he can't, but it just wasn't what I wanted. Um, I was hoping for more. I was hoping for more run-ins with him and Ethan Hawke. I think they didn't use Ethan Hawke's character enough. I really was more invested in their story, like especially towards the very end when they do finally arrest Cage's character. I loved that part when they had him in the into the room interrogation room, and basically Nick Cage says, in his words, says basically "F you," you can't. I'm out of here. In his own terms, you can't keep me. You got no way to reason to keep me. And obviously he explains why they can't keep him locked up. Um, but and I wanted more of that, and we didn't get that enough. We got just mostly him. Like, there's this one scene where he went overseas, where he went to this, I can't remember what country it was or whatever, and he gets either drunk or high and ends up cheating on his wife. And I mean, that was fine, but I'm so out of it, not invested with that it just didn't do nothing for me. It didn't really interest me. And a lot that was the problem with a lot of this movie. It just didn't interest me. It wasn't that great. Um, I would have rather it just been Ethan Hawke chasing him and his brother throughout the whole movie, and them trying to track him down and them trying to catch him and book him on these charges. I think that'd have been way more interesting movie. I think it could have been more faster paced. We could have got that in probably with an hour and a half runtime, hour and 45 at most, and not have had to sit through a 2 hour slow burn kind of film that I just feel like I'll never watch again, unfortunately. As much as I love Nicolas Cage. And I've said this before, I can't keep everything that my favorite actors do if I don't enjoy it and can watch it again. So, unfortunately, this does not make my shelf. I did give it a 3 out of 5 because I did like some aspects, like I said, with Ethan Hawke and stuff. And I think the acting was good. I think cinematography and all that was fine. It just, the story itself just was not for me. It just felt so slow and boring. And it just, if you love this, I know some people give this a 4 out of 5 and stuff. That's great. I'm glad you love it. But for me, it's just a 3 out of 5, one time watch. It will be leaving the collection. So that is everything from my review for Lord of War. So please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.